No yellowing. I'll probably show the roots at home, but yeah, that looks really good. Wow, that's actually really nice. Holy heck. So I'll show you the roots when I get home because I'll have to acclimate them anyways, but and the pastas A&M because I don't have one at home yet, and I heard that they're easier to start acclimating and learning how to acclimate, so this one. Alright, so I just got home and I unwrapped the plants. I passed by my friend's house and hung out there for a bit, so I did moisten the moss a bit with a bit of water, but I haven't opened them up at all. They're still in the wrapping here because I want to set up my IKEA greenhouse cabinet right now since I moved it out of the room, which you would have seen in my first extreme plant room makeover video. So I have to organize my setup upstairs. But I just opened up the packaging so that the leaves can kind of air out a bit, and then I will have to put them into the cabinet. So I have to put together some supplies and stuff, so let's go do all of that together. Okay, so just some basic things I need to do right now, and that includes wiping this down before I can put any stuff in here. Probably haven't cleaned this since I got it, to be honest. I did bring crazy glue. So we're just trying to figure out another way for me to be able to put the lights up because the one at the top doesn't really stay. The lights that I have are, I think it's Fiat LED lights from Home Depot, so they are a little heavier than the strip lights on Amazon. But I did buy really heavy duty magnets. It's just the glue of the sticky part that's not holding it up. So that's what I need to kind of figure out. But I do have 2 shelves, so at least one of them I could use for the imports. So I'll have them here at the bottom. And then the top one will just be for my other plants. I can understand if it's gonna be hard to see because this cabinet is white on white on white. So hopefully you get the idea here. So I'm just gonna connect it there for now, and then I have a power cord on the side here, which again will probably be hard to see. I'm just trying to help it. There it is. So that's the power cord, and attached to the power cord I have a fan there, and then here is a set of lights for the shelf down there, and then we're trying to make sure that this light doesn't fall because this has fallen multiple times. For some reason the sticky stuff on these are not strong enough. So here's the magnet. So we're just gonna maybe do some crazy glue and then hopefully that will help, but I probably won't put plants on this shelf until tomorrow. That way I know that the light won't fall on them. So I'm gonna put my imports on the bottom because I know for sure that won't fall. Okay, so this actually has a lot of roots. Some of them are obviously black, but or rotted, but just want to make sure it's focused. So there are some dead roots here, and then obviously some healthier roots. So I've been told to put this in water right away, just so that the plant can hydrate. And I'll probably try to catch or try to put as much of the chonk in there, just because these aerial roots are dried, but there's still nodes around it. So maybe I'll be able to activate those. Can you pass me, I just need a couple of mason jars with filtered water. So there is this one, it's still pink. Doesn't look too bad. So I don't know, I would say that's a decent amount of roots. There are a couple of dried up roots. I am going to put these in water and hydrogen peroxide, because I realized I have like half a bottle, so I'm just going to be using this as well. That's my ice machine behind me. So any brown roots I'm going to be taking off because they're either rotted or old. But the hydrogen peroxide will disinfect the roots just in case there are any other issues or bacteria, stuff like that. Okay, so this, I just kind of paused the video just because I wanted to focus on looking at the roots. So I think this is where I'm going to stop. I probably can get a bit more aggressive with cutting like the certain roots or whatever. Some people just go right back to nothing, but I'm so new at this that I don't think I'm comfortable with doing that. So I think what I'm going to do is just place it in a container. This one's wider, so I'm going to probably try to keep it in like that. And this has hydrogen peroxide in it as well. So just so that I can disinfect the roots and the bacteria and stuff. And I'll definitely have to lean this against something. So that is my Philodendron gloriosum, or Philodendron luxurians. I'll show you the leaf again. There it is. Or I don't even think I showed you them, but yeah. I'm just gonna put this on to the side. All right, so next we have my Philodendron pastazanum. There it is. And I'm going to check out the roots. Actually, I ended up moving the Philodendron luxurians into a wider, flatter container just because since it's a crawler and the chonk is pretty big, I just placed it in a different container, but I'll show you that in just a moment. Let me just get this one done. So this Philodendron pastazanum actually has quite a bit of leaves. It has 4 big leaves and then 2 small leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 big leaves and then 2 smaller leaves. Okay, again, check out the roots. Making sure I'm on camera. If you have any tips, definitely leave them for me in the comments, and I will definitely be reading your recommendations. Just in case I didn't say it already, but when I was at my friend's, I actually hydrated the roots of it. Oh, wow. That's a decent amount of roots. Look at that. Can you see that? I would say that's a lot of roots for an import. So I'm just going to cut off any of the browning. Wow, I'm actually impressed on this one, or with this one. Again, I don't want to be too aggressive with cutting stuff off, but I obviously don't want parts to rot either, so. There's parts that are ripped off anyways. There's some that are suspicious, but there's others that, like this actually has growth on the end of it. But look at the leaves, they're actually really good, and this is the newest leaf. Oh no, hold on. This is the newest leaf, nice and shiny. Has some holes in it, but it's okay. But like I said, I'm actually quite impressed on the root system on both plants actually. Because even if some of these roots are still viable, then it will help the plants. So like it will help the plant acclimate. And I did clean the scissors as well. I just forgot to say it on camera. Because if you don't say it on camera, it didn't happen. Apparently. So there are some little roots in the middle that I don't know if I should take off, but if they're coming off just by me touching them, then I probably should just check them out. Also, when you cut into it, it may be brown or it may be pink. So I'm thinking that if it's pink in the middle, then they're still okay. So look at that. That's probably why a lot of these leaves are doing well. And even the secondary roots, if they don't really look too good, then I will just take them off. So I think I'm going to stop there, because other roots can start growing from these and then also from the nodes. So my only concern is that because there's actually a lot of foliage, I don't want to chop up all the roots and give them at least a chance to help the plant. This one's done. So I think that's not too bad at all. Now, the problem is actually finding containers that fit these thicker plants. I don't know if this is gonna fit. Actually, I'm gonna go rinse it off like I did the other plant. Okay, I'm gonna check to see if this is even big enough, even if I do it on an angle, like put it in on an angle. If not, I'll have to find something wider. Actually, it's not too bad. It's just weird because the plants are going to be upwards this way, but it's probably going to help the foliage stay up in my greenhouse. Okay, that's plant number 2. Now plant number 3 is my Philodendron emeraldensis narrow form. Look how pretty that is. That's the newest leaf, so that's good to see. Now let's see the roots though. There's a root trying to go into the knot. Oh, just like pulled it right out. This one, not so good. There's so many nodes that I could probably propagate from all of these. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just let it sit and then see how it does. But there are quite a few dying roots on this one. All these little roots down here are not too good. This one's broken. That's probably where it grew from. It actually sized up pretty quickly. This part's also broken. So if these are, they are dry, so nothing's gonna happen from these. The sheath I'm gonna take off just so it doesn't rot. There's a growth point right there, so that's good to see. I'm gonna try to submerge the whole thing underneath. That way you could probably activate some of these nodes from up top. There is some live tissue up here on the roots. But all of these are just stringy roots. I'm almost tempted to cut off this bottom piece. So this bottom piece, but I'm gonna hold off just because it is a big plant with very little roots. So we're going to just leave it like that. I'm gonna have to go to the dollar store to get more hydrogen peroxide, or the pharmacy. I think I bought my last one at the dollar store, so I'll probably double check again. So I'm gonna leave these, although some of them look stringy. I'm just gonna hold off because, like I said, this plant's quite big, although it does have new growth points here, and they're all healthy aerial roots, which is a bonus. But I don't want I'm probably being a little too cautious, but I'm just nervous, I guess. Okay, so if I put this guy in here, then I could redirect these aerial roots downward without hopefully breaking them. Actually, that's not wide enough. I think I have another one over here. So I have this takeout container, which probably will be better because it will be a wider, yeah, there you go. It's a wider top or section here. Okay, I'm gonna put this and get some water for this too. I'm gonna rinse them off. Okay, so I just put this emeraldensis in water just to show you this leaf. is so pretty. And yeah, so I just need to put some hydrogen peroxide in this one. But yeah, so that's plant number 3. All right, so leave a comment down below if you're still watching. I may be dark just because I'm in a very dark corner in my room and I'm trying to look at the viewfinder to make sure you can see me. But I have plans tonight. It's a bonfire. It's like a yearly summer family get-together. So I am just trying to do what I can right now before we leave. Because I obviously don't want to leave these plants just hanging out because I probably won't be back home till late tonight. So I have decided on a little situation here. So I have 2 pebble trays on the back. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. I have this stool here and I'll tell you why in a second. And I'm going to use I bought some command strips because I actually ended up going to the dollar store to get the hydrogen peroxide for one of the plants. And the dollar store didn't have any. Last time I bought hydrogen peroxide, the dollar store had it, but now they don't sell it or they're out of it. And I ended up buying the hydrogen peroxide bottle for $7, which I think is expensive. So I'm going to try to keep my eye out next time I go to any other dollar store. So anyways, I just put a command strip on top, and this is the fan that I use. And I'm just going to put it here on the back. Will it hold? I don't know. Hopefully, because the command strip holds, I think, 9 pounds. So it should be okay. And if I adjust the fan, I have these clips here. They're like clear clips. So I'm just going to wrap the cord so that it looks like that. And then the fan will be circulating like this. Now, I would love to clean the foliage of the plants, but I just don't have time right now. So I will hopefully do that when I come home tonight. Okay, no, let's not kid ourselves. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I also need to let the cuttings or let the plants sit in the water for a bit. So I feel like I'm being rushed, but I'm just gonna do what I can. So this is the first plant, which is the one that I want to put on top of this stool because the leaves are quite heavy. So I'm gonna have it laying like this. I don't even know if that's a good idea, but the stems are so soft right now that I don't know what else to do. But the roots are submerged in the water. So I hope that's going to be okay. And then this one, I'm going to put it right beside here. I don't even know if it matters, like the air circulation, so let me know what you think. Actually, my husband brought me some of these containers, so I'm going to prop this up a bit. So like I said, I'm not an expert at all, so this is just me doing what I think is right for the plants. But I also need to bump up the humidity, so I'm worried, to be honest. I also bought some command strips for my humidity meter, or yeah, what is it called? So these are just they're sticky on either side. I'm just gonna put it on the back of this. And I'm actually gonna stick it on here so I know what the humidity is. So right now the temperature is 26 and the humidity is 45. I think I need to bump that up. Okay. So I'm just worried about this leaf. I just need them to hydrate. That's just my goal right now. Make sure the leaves are hydrated. So I'm going to see what the humidity will be once this is closed. I don't have this sealed either, so that's not really the best thing. Sorry, I keep looking at the viewfinder because I'm hoping that I'm still in focus. So we will see. Right now it's the humidity is okay, but I feel like I should really bump it up. So yeah, I'm almost thinking like whether or not the leaves should be even closer to the light as well. So I'm probably going to leave my ring light on so that it can absorb some of that too. Okay, so this is day 2 of my rehab, acclimating my imports, and it looks okay, not too bad. The philodendron luxurians, the 2 older leaves are dying, which I think I was obviously expecting. So that's the oldest leaf here. And then this is the second oldest leaf. And then the 3rd leaf is starting to yellow, but it's not too bad. And then this is the 4th leaf, which looks pretty good. The bottom end here is drying up, but when I got it, there was like this weird white stuff at the bottom here. So I don't know if it just got burned or something, but I guess I am expecting for all of them to slowly die. The roots are doing okay. They're still in the water. It's right there. And I'll be probably replacing the water this evening because I did the water yesterday. And then the philodendron emerald densis narrow form is actually looking really good. None of the leaves have yellowed and the roots look pretty good as well. A lot of healthy roots, which is good. This leaf is still doing well. It's the newest leaf. And then back here is my philodendron pastazanum. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I feel like I have an accent when I say that. So this is the newest leaf. Still really shiny and beautiful. The oldest leaf is yellowed. So this is the oldest little leaf, which again, I'm not too concerned about. But the older leaves, like this is the second oldest leaf and it's doing really well. So not as much yellowing as the philodendron luxurians. I was told that it's hard to acclimate. That's the other one there. And there's another leaf right here, which is not yellowing either. So, I mean, maybe a little bit on the edges, but it's kind of weird to have these in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet because they're kind of drooping and slanted, but yeah, that looks pretty good in there. And I think the humidity went up to like 50, in between 50 and 60, so not too bad. And they did okay, so it is pretty warm. It's above 25 degrees, probably like 27-ish, and in the morning it's probably 28-ish. My moisture meter or humidity meter fell, so I'll have to find another way to have it stick up and or just put it on the bottom here. So that is day 2, And this one is going downhill pretty quickly, but I have my light over here, and then I have this light here. I have the fan going, and the humidity is pretty good, I would say. So yeah, I definitely want to wash down the leaves at some point today, probably this evening. So that's definitely something that I want to do, just to clean them up, because of that spray that they use. I think that's what damaged the leaves. You can tell that there's a lot of spots on them, and they were pretty aggressive. Like here, there's like this rusty stuff. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's a bacteria or if it's the spray that they use, but maybe you can see it's a little red. So yeah, that's how it's going. All right, so it's now day 3, and the plants are quickly declining, unfortunately. I just opened up the doors, but you see here it says 52. I think it was up to 56-ish. I really don't know how to bump up the humidity without having to order another little humidifier, because mine's not working, so I'm probably gonna have to get another one on Amazon. I thought I could get it going, but it's not working. So as you see here, the pasta lost this leaf, and also is losing this leaf, and also this leaf is already done as well. You can see. So I will probably take them off soon. I haven't had the time because I'm painting my other room. So this one is now yellowing as well. So the 2 big ones are still holding on, but again, you see there, it's also yellowing. So I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to cut back the leaves and start from the trunk. Same with the Philodendron luxurians. This leaf is now yellowed. This is the second last leaf. It's starting to yellow. That one is totally gone and crispy. And then this one is also doing something weird down here. Not too sure what it is, but like I said, they had this chemical or spray on the leaves, so I think that's what happened with some of the parts that have shriveled up, because some of them are yellowing and then some of them are shriveled up, so I'm not too sure what that's about. And believe it or not, my Philodendron emeraldensis is actually still holding on to all the leaves. I'm not too sure why. Like, it's just doing really well. I mean, I'm not complaining, that's for sure. But yeah, the leaves are all looking really good. The roots are still doing good. So yeah, that is day 3.